After 2 years in the waiting, guys, we finally have the release of the AE2 with Love. The AE2 with Love is set to release on October 4th for a retail price point of $130. These will also be available in kids and toddler sizes from $60 to $100, and this is the debut colorway of the AE2. And the fun fact about the AE2 was initially the AE3 design, but that design got pushed forward to the AE2 design because the initial AE2 design Anthony Edwards and his team didn't like. Hence is why we had such a long delay on the sneaker overall, with 2 years of the AE1 in so many different colorways. But now, here we are finally with the AE2. Now, these were initially revealed in Shanghai during Anthony Edwards' Believe That tour. He featured them in Shanghai, Chengdu, and Beijing. Fast forward, we are finally getting these officially released in the States. The With Love colorway is a continuation of the storyline of the AE1, and this particular colorway honors Ant's late mother and grandmother alongside with his Atlanta roots inspired by the Georgia State fruit, the peach. And obviously you can see that this is tied in very, very well with the Georgia peach in colors. The silhouette overall is a mid-cut type of sneaker, slightly sleeker than the AE1 in my honest opinion, but it is, however, I would say for the most part, it looks slightly bulkier in certain ways. I know that doesn't make sense, but when putting this size 8.5 on, it looked like a 9.5, but it did fit like an 8.5. And I think it has a lot to do with the overlays itself. If you can notice, the overlays feature, of course, the rubber outsole that then makes its way up on the back of the heel alongside with the upper and foot. You have slimline traction pattern on the bottom for that agility and responsive movement. And of course, an oversized fork stability clips on the forefront eye stay and a forked heel counter for lock-in. And that appears to be what looks like carbon fiber on both points for a very nice and solid lock-in. The materials is a lightweight patterned mesh base with the glossy synthetic nylon overlays and an inner neoprene type of booty that is loose on this portion but then gets stitched in a little bit down in this part where this becomes all in place and intact. It has that quilted type of look going on the textile panels as well. And the outsole, of course, with that rubber wraps upwards, particularly encasing the foot for extra stability that you see right here. The color blocking is of the peach and pink mesh overlays, the pale orange cage, and the black tongue and eye stay and toque for the contrast. Now, of course, the A1 was a massive success. I think the AE2 will be no less than that. And for it being a secondary shoe, I think that honestly, it's a very good follow-up, because follow-ups are not always good. However, it was delayed for almost 2 years, so I wonder how that will go out and initially be. But I think overall, the overall look, the overall reaction of this shoe for the most part is very, very solid. When I first saw samples of this particular pair, I was not that happy about it, but then later on, as I've seen more and more and then having the actual release, my mind has changed. It also features a little bit of 3M on the forefront right here, and I just love the bird's eye view of this shoe overall. On the back, you have the Adidas 3 stripes in the Adidas sportwear, and it's texturized like a tire, and I like it. It's nice. It pops out real well, and you have, of course, the Anthony Edwards logo featured on the tongue. That is also featured on the box and on the logo down here, and I really do like the box. It's different. I don't know other brands that have done this, but it opens this way rather than, of course, this way. And I don't know what it is about it, but this opening just feels like the shoe is more open. I don't know. It just feels like I have more access. I'm being weird, but it just feels like it's a bigger box opening than this way. And I like the fact that the box like sits down like that. I don't know, maybe it's this, I don't know what it is, man. It's something about this box and the way it opens, I like. Additional set of laces in that pink as well. You also have the Believe That corresponds with the tour. You have that paper inside with the logos as well. Extra set of laces and tag. And this one in particular is a size 8.5. As far as sizings go, I definitely would say that you could go up a half a size. If you like your shoes snug, you can go true to size. I think it's better off going to be half a size up, especially if you are a wide foot individual. This is a sleek and slim shoe. There's a little bit of, portion here that's definitely popped out a little bit wider, but people that are typically wide foot, they have a lot of that wideness going on right in the midfoot. And if you look, its curvature is insane. So it's going to be extremely tight right there. And then even in on the tip of the shoe, you can see that everything is very, very slimline and crunched up right here. So even someone like me that may be an 8.5, I gotta kind of give myself some grace on my feet, because if you wear them to the very tip, you're trying to smash all your toes right here. That's not gonna be comfortable. The AE2, in my opinion, pushes the performance and lifestyle crossover overall, functional for hoopers, but also, you know, wearable for the streetwear. And the early buzz came from the Complex leak from Brandon Dunn and Adidas, and I believe in Q 2024. And with the storytelling and the drops and AE continuing to do his thing on the court, I think this shoe will be a success. Expect multiple different colorways. Hopefully we can even get some collabs down the pipeline. But currently the secondary market for this shoe that is set to release in a couple of, next week or a week or two, it is currently sitting at market value, slightly below and slightly above. And we're talking dollars on below and above in the current market. With the fees included on those secondary markets, you are still going to be coming at retail or even above. Now, what that currently says is that this shoe, for the most part, will do fairly well. Some size may sit, it may not instantly sell out, and especially with the fact that it being available on numerous sites, numerous stores, it will be a wide available shoe. At the same time, I wouldn't just say forget about it, but I would say also don't go pay resale. That's my main point. You'll be able to get this shoe for retail, I believe, for the most part, and potentially maybe certain sizes below. But I would lean more to this shoe actually probably selling out within a week or 2 or 3. I think these will, for the most part, 80% will do fairly well, if I had to be honest and be optimistic, because it's the first colorway. Now, other colorways that follow, maybe you can get them on discount, because even now AEs, you can find them on discount. There was a big hype and demand, retail, even flipping, all that. As time went on, they got very available, and you can get them for steals. So keep that in mind. But with the With Love being the first colorway, I would say just be smart about it. These look great on foot, in my humble opinion. I definitely will be picking up a pair of these and rocking them off the court, because I ain't good on it, but solid overall. With these being a mid-size shoe, I'm very curious if this is a low top, if we'll see a high top model, if we'll see a low top model, or since it's a mid-foot shoe, this is the only model. Because the AEs, they were successful as highs and as lows. With this being a mid almost, right in between, it's kind of tough to tell what direction they will go, if they'll even go in a direction at all, because it's kind of a middle shoe. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. As always, I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna end y'all with an on foot review.